Hello and welcome to Yarn Tea and Books. If you are a new viewer, welcome to the channel. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I'm so happy that you're all here and joining me again this week. My name is Tasha, and along with my husband, we are the humans behind Frogget Yarns, Hand-Dyed Yarns, and Mobile Yarn Truck. So, welcome to the channel. It's a new week. It's a busy week. I'll get you all caught up and filled in. But let's start with Mugwatch. As you would have seen in the clip before, I made myself a cup of tea. I have this very fall, like knitted fabric mug. This is from Seasoned Pottery. And I think I got this last year or maybe the year before. So I've had this one a while. As you also saw in the clip before, I got all of the fall and Halloween mugs out. Turned on a few of our fall light up decorations just to kind of set the mood. And yeah, just take a breather because it's been a week. So that is Mugwatch. What are we going to talk about this week? There's been lots and lots of WIP progress. I have half of a finished object. There's some important shop news, some important dates to keep track of. And there's a little bit of book chat. I've rearranged some things on my TBR. So let's get into it, and we'll start right off with my FO, but it's more of an HO, a half finished object, and that is, I have finished the first sock in our Yarn Hero collab color. Now on the back, you can see the color change is nice and smooth because I put in the heel. On the front, it's more defined because I stopped to do the short row heel and then start back up. But the color change on this yarn is just amazing. So I finished with the green. I've got my Cocoa Ghostie on here and my Cocoa Frankenstein. They're both from Kelsey of the Littlest Charm Co. And so here is what I have left. I'm going to pull this one. I started from the inside because it's got that little bit of a lighter top. And so they won't match, but they'll be close. So ready to go, ready to cast on sock number 2. But that is done. And I'm absolutely in love. Her color changes are so seamless. Like, it's just so smooth of a color change. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So that's all that I finished. I did put in, well, that'll take us to WIPs. That'll take us to WIPs. I did put in the heels on the socks for my future daughter-in-law now that they are officially engaged. These are for Emily, my son's fiance, and both of the heels are in, and now I just have to work the feet, and I'm aiming for 10 to 20 rounds per sock per day because her birthday is this month. It's the 24th of this month. So I want to try and get those done so that I can send them to her for her birthday since they live in Maryland. And the other WIP that I've put a lot of time in on is my 7th Ave split hem tank by Briana Luppino, who is the Little Wolf Knits. So I think when I showed it to you, when I showed it to you last week, I was here. And so I've done quite a bit. We've got lots of progress going. So this is a sleeveless shirt. So not really, it's not a tank top in the sense that it's got skinny sleeves. The sleeves with the ribbing will come like to the tip of your shoulder. So I'm going to think of it as a really great fall, even winter layering piece because it is wool, right? So this is our merino fingering, which is a 75-25 superwash merino and nylon. And I am using the color Sweet Blooms. It's going to kind of get blown out. It's just a really pale pink with very subtle speckles. And I am alternating my skeins using helical knitting. So that is where we're at with that. It's coming along very nicely. This is perfect for show season because it's great to have in the truck when we're traveling. It's great to have in the trailer when we're at shows because I can pick it up and put it down and I don't have to worry about where I'm at in my place. This is living in my Ghostie bag from Fat Squirrel Fibers. I've gotten out all of my Halloween / fall bags. So that is living in that one. And I forgot to say, this bag, this is like a dark academia bag, all the books. This is by Stitching the High Notes, but I'm pretty sure she is no longer a bag maker. So I got this same print in this size, little sock size, and a larger like shawl / sweater size. But I think it's perfect for fall with it being dark and then having the books on it. So just wanted to pop that in here too. I've started my October granny square. So that's it for WIPs that I can show you. I can't show you the October granny square because spoilers, but I can show you the book. Oh my gosh, it's so tangled. I can show you the book. I can show you the charm and the color palette. So October Lily Pad Club goes on sale Monday, September 15th. Okay, 9 a.m. The date and the time never changes. Last month, all of the charms sold out. They sold out on day one, even including 4 or 5 extras. They all sold out. So I'm going to show you the charm first because once again, Kelsey has just done an amazing job. So here's our charm. Look at the glitter. That glitter. So pause the video and see if you guess the book. That's the charm. Are you ready? Here's the book. The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axie O. This is YA, and I just thought it's just so beautiful. The synopsis sounds amazing. Yeah. So let me show you the color palette. So here are the colors that the yarn is going to be inspired by. So that's our October book, The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. It's not very long. And then that is our charm. I love that she got the paper boat. Like, I just love that. The little paper boat, the pink flowers. It's gorgeous. So that's October. Excuse me. Pre-orders open Monday, September 15th at 9 a.m. Charms are limited. Always. They are not an endless number. I only have a certain number. So that's what we're reading and that's what we're dyeing yarn for October's Lily Pad Club. And yeah, I hope you're excited. I'm excited to read it. I'm excited to get into it. And I've already started the Granny Square and I do really love it. So that's Lily Pad Club. The Halloween collection. I finished the third color. Actually, finished it yesterday. So last week I showed you Spooky Spice and Everything Nice. I showed you Pink Ghostie Club. And then I showed you the dud, but this week I got it right. And this one I haven't named yet, but we've got purple, black, and orange. Classic Halloween colors. So that's the Halloween collection. There will be minis for each of these. I just haven't done them yet. The Halloween collection goes live Saturday, September 20th. We will have this in person at our next show, which I will tell you about. But online for people who can't come to the show and want to get Halloween, September 20th. That's a Saturday. Yes, September 20th. That is when the Halloween collection will go live for orders. Our next show is the Wool Gathering in Yellow Springs, Ohio. It's at Young's Jersey Dairy. And that is Saturday and Sunday. It's September 20th and 21st. So that's our next in-person event. And we will have the Halloween collection with us. We will also have half of our stock of the Yarn Hero collab color. So if you're wanting it and you're going to be in that area and you're planning to come to that show, we will have half of the whole batch that we got, half of it in stock in person at that show. We will have fingering and DK in person. We were just at, let's wrap up our last show, which was last weekend. We were in the Scranton area of Pennsylvania. We were at the Pennsylvania Endless Mountains Fiber Festival. It is the longest running fiber festival in PA. I think this year was year 22. So we've been going since 2018. And yeah, it's a great smaller festival, so you will not feel overwhelmed. I think there were about 75 vendors. And it's all under roof. So we did have some rain on Saturday, which kind of sucks because it was a beautiful, like, crisp fall day. The temperatures were cool and nice, and then it rained. It didn't rain heavy all day long. It didn't rain hard all day long. It was just kind of, it would shower and then it would, stop, and then it would shower. But all in all, it was a great show. Sunday was absolutely beautiful weather-wise, and there were a lot of people that came out. So if you came out and you came into the trailer and said hello, we're so thankful that you came in. We'll be back next year. We've turned in our application. We'll be back next year. So yeah, we have off this weekend. No show this weekend. And then, like I said, our next in-person event is the Wool Gathering in Yellow Springs, Ohio. That is a very large show. I think over 100 vendors. So it's a nice one. What else is going on in the shop? All of the weekly advents are dyed. All of the 12-day Charlie Brown advents are dyed. You guys, I've been stressing so hard about these advents, trying to get the advents done, trying to get the Halloween collection developed and prepped, and still prepping for shows. Just ask Mr. Frogget. We had a little bit of a freak out on at the beginning of the week because I was feeling like nothing was getting done. But he's very good about, saying, okay, we're going to do this, this, and this will knock everything off your plate. So that's what we did. It has been very, very busy in the studio this week. We have been dyeing every single day. Typically we don't dye on Thursdays because it is podcast day, but we were down there this morning. The cabinet is full and he has gone to run some errands so that I can film. And yeah, just long days, but I'm feeling better. Now all I have to dye is the big 24-day Advent. Finish those out. I have a couple more batches of those to dye completely. And then I have all of the full-size skeins for that Advent to dye. And then we can start labeling, getting the packaging ordered. It's a whole thing. Advents are so time consuming. So time consuming. So when people, say to me, oh, why are they so expensive? That's why. They're so time consuming. Every skein of yarn is touched multiple times, and then it's packaged, and we try to package them in a way that you can reuse the packaging. So last year we found these really cute, thick, like Ziploc bags, which you can totally reuse. Pop your snacks in there, pop your smaller like liquids for travel in there, and zip it shut. And then we're hoping that people will reuse the bags, because that was the point. Anyway, Advents are coming along nicely. Now that all of the Halloween colors are developed, I can just head down, bang out some batches, and get them ready for the show. I also developed the mini color for our Cozy Bookshop color. So here it is. That's the mini for Cozy Bookshop. I'm very tempted to do a second mini and have it be a set with 2 minis. I would love to do a lighter mini, and I may still do that. Let me know what you think. Do you like a sock set that has 1 mini or 2? Because with 2 minis, you have a little bit more options as far as patterns, because it's an extra 92 yards. And I really think it would be fun to have a lighter mini with this. So, but that's the dark mini done. Nobody guessed what color you think this is for. So I'll say it again. This is this is an exclusive show color that we're doing in October. So, Cozy Bookshop, there's the mini. Absolutely love it. It's perfect. And again, there might be a second mini coming for that. We'll see. Let's see. Is that it for shop news? That might be it for shop news, people. So those are the dates to remember. Lily Pad Club for October goes live. Pre-orders go live September 15th. That is Monday, 9 a.m. And then Halloween collection goes live Saturday, September 20th. So that is next Saturday. Those are the dates that you need to remember. That'll take us to book chat. Boy, we're flying along today. So for book chat, I finished book 4 in the Tomes and Tea series, Alchemy and a Cup of Tea. And I know I said last week that it felt like this was the last book in the series, and it is. She says that in the back in the author's note, and it was really good. It was really, really good. It was the perfect ending to this series. And I'll say it again. If you have not tried Cozy Fantasy, I think this is a great series to start with. This is book 4. So the first book is called Can't Spell Treason Without Tea. These are by Rebecca Thorne. And yeah, this was just so heartwarming. She wrapped it up really well. I mean, 5 stars to the whole series for me. This is genuinely a series that I love. Yeah, so I'm very happy with the way that turned out. I started a few books. I had a bunch of false starts. I've switched up my whole TBR for, I'm just going to call it fall. I'm not even going to try and do September, October, November. It's just going to be my fall TBR because I had so many false starts. I started Neverthorn, couldn't get into it. So I've put that away for now. I listened to a couple of audiobook clips. None of them hit until I found Sword Heart. This is by T. Kingfisher. And this one hit. This narrator is really good. I am already chapter 26. I'm on page 187, and there are 436 pages. So not quite halfway. But I'm loving this as an audiobook read. It's fantasy. I think there's going to be a romance. So yeah. I think it's more like cozy romantasy. I don't know how to not pronounce it. I don't know how to label it. I wish they'd just tell you, like, hey, this is this. Anyway, this is my first T. Kingfisher book. I have her other book that I've pulled out and added to the fall TBR. It's called Hemlock and Silver. And I'm really excited for that one after reading this. So this one's coming along nicely. I also started Ravenfall by Kaylin Josephson. And yeah, I'm not too far in, but this is middle grade, and this is really, really sweet. They start you off with the like mystery element of this fantasy real quick in the beginning. Like we already know what our objective is going to be for this one. And I figure since I have middle grade and I've got fantasy, I'll start a romance. And I started The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. This is part of our Dream Harbor weekly advent this year. So I'm not very far in. I'm only to chapter 4. But yeah, this edition is just stunning. So that's what I'm reading. Yeah, I've redone my whole fall TBR. I don't know. Some of them just weren't hitting. I felt like I wanted a lot more spooky reads, a lot more atmospheric reads. And so I just kind of went through what I have, pulled some. That way, whatever kind of mood I'm in, I can just go with it. So yeah, I did not bring that in here with me. Let me go get those. Okay, so I've got the 3 that I'm reading, and I grabbed 4 more. Like I said, these are not going to be month specific. I think I'm just going to consider these my fall reads, and then I can read them whenever. So I'm also going to read Verity Vox and the Curse of Foxfire. I showed this to you last week as part of my haul, as well as The Pumpkin Princess. So this is middle grade. This is YA. And here is that Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher. This is a beautiful edition. And then on the inside, there's some beautiful artwork. So this is a dark reimagining of Snow White. So I'm excited to read that. And then I've been holding on to this one, Anathema by Carrie Lake. She's a chonker. I've been holding on and waiting to read this one because I don't want to have to wait for book 2. Book 2 just came out. So I've heard really good things about this. It's dark, it's gothic, it is fantasy, but it's more like dark gothic fantasy. So I'm excited to read this. And then the second book is called Eldritch, and that just came out yesterday. So gonna read that probably in October. I think these 2 will definitely be October reads. And probably this one. So that's the fall TBR so far. There will be more. I guarantee there will be more added to that. Let's see. Guys, I think that might be it. There was not a lot to chat about this week. Yeah, are we going to see you at the wool gathering in Ohio? Let me know if we're going to see you there. I hope that you're all having a good week and that your makes are bringing you lots of joy and that you're just embracing this changing of the seasons. I am loving the cooler weather we've been having. When we were in northern PA, it was you could tell it's been cooler up there. There was a lot more fall color on the trees than I was expecting to see. So it was absolutely glorious. Yeah, it was nice to see all the fall colors peeking out. But that's going to do it for me. That's all I've got for you this week. And yeah, so I will see you right back here next week. Same time, same place. And, just remember to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, be kind. And yeah, until then, happy making. Bye.